Like
Dude,
for
it
the
looks
dark side.
sick.
Look at
Skybox
that.
For the entire
Damn.
glowing
Storm,
part
guys.
of it is
So
still
your
being
hopes and
worked on.
dreams go to
So
die
we had to make
while
do
you're on the
with
planet.
what we could
That's where we
use.
lose the first
So
fleet.
it's not glowing, but you can still see a lot of the
Imagine
blue
walking outside a bunker
coming
and that
in.
storm
Yeah, as
just
you can
hit
see,
you.
Pyro
Like, you
1
forget the
already
storm's
has
there, and you
some
walk out, you just
volumetric
go
clouds.
flying.
Not all of the Pyro planets have their volumetric clouds yet. So let's jump to one of the blue spots on the planet.
Okay.
I just tweaked like
The ground is
sun
cool
position
color, yeah,
a
like
bit
you're
to
saying.
make it look
Yeah.
a bit nicer.
I bet there's a bunch of
then
aphrite
you
on
can
that
see
planet.
Why it's blue. We added
Ooh, that's
like
cool.
Crystals are
tons of
cool.
these crystals,
Yeah,
Pyro
that's
1.
sick.
So when you land in them, it
We've
just
used crystals
stabs
more
you.
on
Yeah,
Wada,
pierces the
Die.
hull
for a bit
instantly.
yeah, we played it a bit too safe on Wada. I
Impaled.
think we only
It's got
put,
that blue
like,
magic
crystals as
growing
ground
right
cover
there.
Yeah,
assets.
Cryptics. That looks like
But
5
Pyro 1
FPS.
really
Yeah,
wants to
you're not wrong,
push the
Cryptics.
shapes. So you can find like these really large crystals here. Heisenberg would be really happy here. Okay, then another interesting
Heisenberg.
thing to
Yeah.
highlight.
More
Yeah.
plants. Look, they got
Plants
more
over
plants.
there.
All
So
right.
what's interesting about those?
You should be able to
is we
harvest
made
shit
them,
like that.
Like 3 or 4
Yeah.
years ago, they were supposed to be part of like a
Now,
mission.
It looks like
in,
there's mad wind because he's
on a
like
space
bent over.
station. The mission was
I know, right?
scrapped, unfortunately, and ever since then, this asset set has just been sitting in our like vault. It's a really cool plant set, and I'm happy that we finally
That
found
blue haze.
a spot.
Isn't that
Yeah.
the same plants that are in
So
prison?
this is another
Yeah,
thing
that looks
I
like
wanna
it.
highlight.
That
It's
looks cool as
also
fuck.
important for us
Oh,
that
yeah,
we
yeah.
do
That
something
does look
memorable
sick.
with
Rock
each,
I
formations
like those
are cool.
rocks on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look like
Pyro
ships.
That pistol, best pistol,
spiky
obviously.
rock set that looks really intimidating.
Well, it's just because
We
that's like what
tried
you
to
get when you
push
spawn into the game.
scale of the
Nope,
assets
best pistol.
for
Know what
the
you're
Pyro
talking about.
system. We felt like by now we got like the basic rocks and the scattering of the basic rocks to like a very good quality. So now we can explore more crazy shapes, I guess. And this is one of the sets that we made.
Oh, good. More
It's
things
not
I
done
can
yet. It still
hit
needs
while
a
I'm trying
polymer
Yeah.
pass,
trying to
but I want
dodge in
to
a
show you
dogfight
guys
close to
what
the
it feels
surface.
like when you're in game.
Fantastic.
Blades
walking
Edge.
around
It'd be cool if
here.
with persistent
Now I
ships,
wanna
if you
show
could
you
like
my personal
if the
favorite
crash should be
biome of
persistent, if you
Pyro
could impale yourself on one of them.
Citizencon.
This biome here.
Ooh, yeah,
which
this
has
is
these
cool.
really
Anybody want to go
important
try
rock
landing on some
formations.
rocks?
They are
Yeah.
massive in scale. Like if I jump in game here, you get a good feeling for the scale of them. Yeah, it's possible to land your spaceship on them.
Okay, confirmed.
It's probably
There you go.
very fun to,
Confirmed.
yeah, race through here. We can
And we need
Well,
black holes.
imagine
I'd say
What do you
black
gotta
holes
say
are
about
coming.
that now?
combat space as well because they do provide nice.
Now we got someplace
nice
to make
cover.
somebody
Let's
walk
just
the
jump
plank
a couple
to their
different
death.
areas on Pyro
Yeah.
1 before we move to Pyro 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
like
a good
Rome.
point. I like this. Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, it looks legit. They need to make every rock mineable though. I still am an advocate for that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Pyro 2, boys. Now, is it Pyro 3 is the one that's like
In
habitable?
comparison to Pyro 1, you can immediately see the planet is like way more colorful. There's more variation in
Fucking
the
red.
hues and values
Yeah.
of the
PEI.
colors. We have like browns and like bone white spots, some red, and it's all contrasted by like a blue clear ocean.
It looks like a No Man's Sky planet.
Volumetric clouds yet,
Mhm.
but they will be there at release.
Definitely.
So now I jump to one of the
Okay.
biomes of Pyro
Okay.
2. What I want to highlight
Like
Looks
the
like
look of this.
like Nevada, like red rocks or some shit.
the
Yeah.
improvements that we made to how acids spawn on the side of mountains. That was something that was always quite challenging for us to do. To have
It just
some natural
doesn't look-
transition from the terrain.
I mean, it looks
to the
great. It
geometry,
doesn't look
and
like
then
that
also have,
super
like, the rocks
procedural stuff, you
form
know?
in a natural
Yeah.
way.
Unique,
Now
I guess is what
we
I'm looking.
can
He did say that there
rock
was
formations. It's
no
not
clouds
there
in yet, but they will be. So
there are still
will
look
improvements
even a
planned
little bit more
for
cool.
it, but I
If they do
think
cool
in
clouds.
comparison to what we had
let me turn it up a
before,
little bit more.
this is a big step forward. Also, what you might see is the drawing distance of acids has been greatly improved.
Yeah,
So
it's really
everything
nice.
You see here in the distance is actual geometry. So if we were to fly all the way over there, you will see that this is
Okay, I approve.
Confirm my graphics card is blowing up.
Yeah, you need a new
I think it's
graphics card
really
now.
cool, like
Official.
the silhouette of the terrain yeah, let's fly
I know
through
you
the
guys are
canyons.
focusing on the video, but last night,
It was an
Asteroid
escalation,
found a
but
pico
I'm
ball.
horrible at flying,
Yeah.
Oh,
so
nice.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna use the camera in editor. So now I jumped ahead to a really cool
What is a
biome on
pico
Pyro
ball?
2.
It's just a thing in the game,
It's
collectible.
simple,
Ooh.
but I think
Okay, I
less
like.
is
Super rare
more,
collectible.
in
This
this
reminds me
game.
of
looks
Fallout
cool.
New Vegas
What
right
sets
here.
this biome apart
Yeah, that
from
looks
the
cool.
rest of the planet is that we added
Nuketown.
these
Yeah.
calcified trees, and they spawn in very dense clusters.
What are you
So
guys watching on
almost
Twitch?
get, like, little
Yeah,
forests
Yeah.
of
that's
them.
on Twitch.
It's
Almost
supposed to
reminds
look
me of like
very
some places in
dry
Conan.
and kind of
I'm
dead,
just
but
watching
still,
Space
in
Tomato
a
stream.
pretty way.
I like
Okay,
this.
if we look at it from this angle, what I really like about this biome is the contrast that
I
you
like the
have,
water. Water looks
Oh,
good.
that looks
here on the
nice.
plain,
Good.
It's pale, it's dry.
The
but then in
mountains
the
around
background you
it
have, like,
Yeah.
a
looks really
nice,
cool
clear
too.
blue ocean. So this is one of the red areas on Pyro 2. It's kind of like a sandy desert, but we
This
tried
all
to
looks
add, like,
really
a lot of
good.
different
Yeah.
geology assets.
I mean, because how much can you do? It's like,
good.
Bushes
Yeah.
and grasses, so it's not like a dead desert, but it feels kind
Yeah,
of
it
lively.
does look good.
And you find like lots of foliage here. We have like these cliffs in the background, which are pretty dark.
Yeah,
and
that
it's
looks
another
really good.
nice contrast of this planet where you have
You're
like the
absolutely right. It
saturated
doesn't. It doesn't look
terrain,
procedural generated.
and
Yeah,
the
it's
dark.
like
You
it's
see the Brock's
handcrafted
popping
type
in
of
there
thing,
though a
you know?
little bit
Point
with
here,
the little fucker.
what
Yeah.
I want to highlight is the improvements that we made to our ground.
Ah, this
textures.
also looks great too.
So
Oh,
Looks
yeah.
like lava
previously,
flow almost.
like 2-3
Yeah.
years ago, we had to rely a lot
Like a
on
molten would
ground
spin.
cover assets to add geometry and detail that the ground textures alone couldn't give us.
I was gonna say
But
that
ever
that
since
last
we
one
got
looked
terrain
familiar.
displacement,
I've seen scenes like
we
that in
get,
like
like,
New
really
Mexico and
nice,
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
shapes just from the textures alone.
I just love how it doesn't
And
look
then if
duplicated.
you
Like these
That
ground
grass
textures.
combine it with
really
ground
good.
cover assets, yeah,
Yeah.
the result is
Yeah,
really
it's not
successful.
gritty
How
at
things
all.
blend together,
Like-
We gotta ask them what
and
NAS
the amount of
computer they're
detail that
running
you
on.
see on the
The
ground.
40 series graphics card.
There we go.
Pyro
They have the
3.
50
Now,
So now
series.
we're on Pyro 3. You saw
is this
some of
where
it
Levski's
during
at?
last year's
Pyro
keynote
3?
demo,
Well, they
but I
have an
wanna use the
entire server
opportunity
room
to give,
dedicated
like,
to
an
it.
in-depth
Yeah.
look at some of
I don't
the
remember,
biomes.
Ted.
So last year you saw
Yeah,
that
that's
like
it.
yellow is kind of
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it
the
is, yep.
accent color of Pyro 3.
That looks
This
fun.
is the one they showed off
So
last
from
year.
this distance,
Good
you
morning,
can see
Alex.
through the volumetric clouds, like a lot of the yellow coming through.
I can.
We talked
I think I
about
can hear it
what's
voice
making
coming
it
through your
look
mic a
yellow,
little bit.
which is the moss.
Oh,
And
no,
I
you're
wanna,
good there,
like,
Gear,
jump
yeah.
down to the planet surface and show you the amount
Alright,
of detail
it's
that
probably
you
just coming from
will
my phone I'm
see
watching from.
when
Ah, okay.
going up close to the moss. So we're down.
Ah,
at the
yes,
surface
this looks
now.
great.
We're just gonna jump
Oh
in game.
man, that looks
Yeah.
so
A lot
good.
of time and effort was spent.
Yeah, we
on
spent
making
time on the moss.
the moss look just right.
I
So,
want my
like, the
moss
right
looking
level of
good.
fluffiness,
Yeah.
and density.
Looks
Fuck
damn
you,
good.
bro.
Really
I
nice
appreciate.
when it, like, covers these rocks.
Fluffiness.
And then we also have
6
like
months
lots
on the progress
smaller
track for
mosses
Yeah, for
around
moss,
the
yeah.
moss, combine it
for
with, like,
100
Rock
yards.
moss.
and it makes for
It
like
looks
a
so
really
good, though.
interesting
Oh, I love it.
biome.
Yeah.
So it was really
This
important
is
for
looking
us
good.
to
That reminds
make
me of
this
like
biome look
Scotland.
really dense. So
Like,
we pushed the amount
all
of
the
assets
fens.
that we're using. So it's basically
Just more
6
yellow.
artists and 2 developers spending 6
compared
months
to
on
Percy, for
fluffiness.
example, which Person and
Yeah, we need to
Microsoft
fluff
spent
this
on
stuff up,
our
boys.
But now they have it
densest places
as like a
when it comes to
procedurally
foliage.
generated fluffiness tool, I
This
bet.
is
Mhm.
way denser.
Yep.
The good thing is that we don't have any trees here, so all the budget we can use on ground cover, on grass. Now we jump to a Pyro coast biome. The improvement
Ah,
we got to
dude.
coast biomes
They
is
actually
that
have
Oh.
coast
there's,
now.
OPR override
Sick.
for every
Nice.
single biome.
That looks like snow in the
Previously, we
distance
could
too,
only
so
use
this is
one
like
global
boundary
override per
between like
planet, which, as
snow
you
and
can imagine,
non-snow.
is not enough when you have something
Yeah.
like Stanton
Snow or
4,
ash,
where
because
you
there's
have
that black
snowy
mist in the back,
regions
too.
and
Could be ash.
spruce-tree regions.
You still see
and one
stuff
object
floating
preset
in
I
Yeah.
was just gonna
and
say that.
cover every
You're showing off
coast.
floating items.
We added
Well, that's like
these
it looks like
coral,
ash or something in the atmosphere.
No,
Or
it was
snowflakes.
literally like
Coral
a
geology
coral
set,
floating on
Oh,
the ground.
okay,
to have
yeah.
some of the yellow
Yeah.
also
Hypnotized by the
along
waves.
coast. So you see
But
here,
either way, it's like
we always have like
a
a
lot of
little bit of
stuff to
yellow
deal with.
coming through, and eventually it transitions into the nice mossy areas. Previously, when we made coast object presets, we played it a bit safe and only used 1 or 2 asset sets. But due to the fact that we can now push the density along the coast as well, you can find different kinds of coral,
Okay,
seaweed,
water
and
vehicle
different
when?
pebbles and rocks and others.
Oh,
When-
Now I
really?
jump
when
to
water
one of the
physics are in the
volcanic
game.
regions
Yeah.
on Pyro 3.
Oh,
You
this
might
looks
not
good.
expect to find
More plants?
vegetation here.
That looks like
but we
fucking
did
weed,
add a little bit
almost.
of vegetation
We
to this
need an
region
amphibious
to make it a
Spartan.
bit more interesting.
So when can you smoke that?
What I want to highlight here is
When
the
can I grow and
quality
consume?
bar that we set for
I'd-
ourselves
I'd
when it
say
comes to improving
4.8.
the look of our
Yeah.
vegetation. So
What's up with
this
the,
is
the
one of
4.20?
my favorite new vegetation sets that we created. You can see the
Just
amount
like
of
all
detail
cola.
on display. Here we have like nice little flowers and these like.
I bet chat
green
is just
or
like
whatever,
in
pots.
Twitch is just like
And it's
spamming
just
Losing their
really
mind.
cool
Yeah.
asset set.
Yeah, there's a whole
flying
bunch of
over
weed.
the volcanic
Yeah,
regions,
yeah.
you
I do
will
it. I
find
call that
pockets of
shit.
these,
Space
scattered
ganja,
all
weed,
over,
Yeah.
weed,
just to
weed.
make the area like a little bit more lively.
It's weed.
Before we move on, let's jump around to
Chem
a
nug.
couple more
Official.
places.
Okay, this area looks sick.
Ooh.
I like
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
too.
The
Star
Pyro
weed.
3 is a sweet looking planet.
Yeah.
To be honest with
Really
you.
is.
I think that's where we're
So
probably going to be
good
setting
for
up home
Pyro.
base in one of these outposts there.
Now we're on Pyro 4,
Yeah.
which is my personal favorite. of
Pyro
the
4 is the one we
system.
have not
Yes,
Oh,
seen
it's his
any
favorite.
of yet.
Rotor, you can probably
Yeah, you're
tell
right.
that the clouds here are not done yet. They do look a bit
They look
busted,
cool though,
but
like rolling
yeah,
fog
they
clouds.
will look amazing once the planet comes
Pyro's
out.
supposed
so
to
let's
be,
focus on
like
the terrain
a
shapes. We
mining
created
company
some
set
of
up in
these
there
terrain shapes
Yeah.
and then bailed
special
out.
for Pyro
They
4
went bankrupt.
because it's loosely inspired
Yeah.
by like Scottish
So
highlands.
maybe we'll actually have some
So
roads.
there's not a lot of like verticality,
Ooh, the
not a
Scottish.
lot of trees. So everything is kind of coming from the
Yeah,
A lot
that's
of
a cool
fens and
looking,
clans.
smaller assets.
Look at
that
how
we
sharp those
scatter
mountains
on
are.
Yeah,
the
they're like granite
terrain
almost.
geometry.
Yeah,
So
like,
it's
Yeah.
like they have
game,
slopes,
and
sort
then
of.
you can see
Okay,
the
this looks
amount
legit.
of ground cover assets on display.
It's
the
gonna be hard not to be in
variation
Pyro.
in
These
color,
plants are
but it's
far
all
nicer than Stanton.
grounded by
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
Stanton
the
sucks.
Stanton's
color
been
of
like
the
shit on.
soil.
Well, Microtech's not bad, but like
and it just looks like
Hurston's
Yeah,
a
Microtech's nice.
pile of
multiple
garbage.
new vegetation
Our
sets
corpse
on
is city.
display here. So first of all, we have this bush set here, which is called.
These trees look good. I like
I think
these
it's called
trees.
A fire stalk.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it's
But
kind
yeah,
of like
it
a
is like
modified
2
version
FPS.
of
You can
the
see he's
real
trying not to
world
move too much to
thing.
the side.
They add like a little bit of color to the area and make things pop. Then we have these ones here. I forgot the name of the asset set. Yeah, they also look quite saturated and interesting. We also try to improve the quality of our tree sets. If you compare like the trees that we have on Hurston to these ones,
Reminds me of like fucking
the
Bannerlord
geometry
looking
count is
trees.
way higher. The
Yeah.
texture
Yeah.
resolution is a bit
The
higher.
stumps on them, I assume there's more
and
work
they
to be
just
done on
look
them.
more polished.
He's
and
trying not to get
nicer,
close 'cause they
which
look
means
very
that eventually we have
pixelated.
to go back to Hurston, to Microtech, and
Was
give
that birch?
the trees there
Some sort of
like a
thing, yeah.
little makeover.
They look nice
So what
though. I
was
like
really
it.
important for us was
Yeah.
to
Some sort of
improve the
elm.
blending between
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
biomes. So you see here,
Yeah,
these are
blending
two
is
fairly
kinda
simple
nice.
biomes.
Yeah.
There's a clear
Fade's
distinction
nice.
between them.
Yeah.
But the transition still feels very natural. So if we go down here, you have like the red grass and it kind of
Yeah.
feathers out. Yeah, it feels very organic and natural. Let's jump to the most experimental biome that we've made so
Straight
far.
into this
So
game.
this biome
Okay.
the
Here we
concept
go.
art
This is where the
Oh,
racists
yeah.
are gonna be, boys.
Some
Dude, this
really
looks sick.
interesting
This is where I'm gonna
concept
crash my
art,
ship
because
into that
this is easily
circle,
some
trying to
of
go
the-
through it.
the biggest rock
Yeah, there's definitely a
formations
barrier in
that we
between
have
that circle.
the game
Oh yeah, for sure, Cryptics.
so
Yeah,
far.
anytime. It was
Actually,
good having you the other day.
try to
Thanks for
fly
modding as well. I
a
appreciate it.
ship, so you can see the scale of them. So they're
Okay, they're
massive
fucking
in
massive.
scale.
Oh,
The hardest
yes.
Yeah.
All right, this is where we're gonna have races through the clouds and
to
rocks.
look right is that they're
That's
supposed to
sick.
look
Yeah,
really
this is
good
cool.
from a
I like that
distance.
layer of fog on the
Yeah.
ground as well.
This
Oh.
big,
Just these hills are
yeah, to be
above it. That's
visible
sick.
Yeah.
almost from space.
Is that me seeing him
Then
flying
the
decoupled?
tricky thing is also to make them look good when you're standing up close
Well,
to them.
banking sucks
Let me
on
jump in game
atmosphere,
so you
so
see how big these rocks
it could be
actually
decoupled.
are. So they are
I think he was.
massive in scale.
Dude, they're
You
huge.
just
Holy
probably
fuck,
land your
bro.
spaceship
looks
on
good.
them and walk on them.
Okay, so
and
Ballista's on top of them.
really
I
smooth.
see.
And I think
Ballista's
it's a
on
really good
top.
visual that you have these like
Gonna get me
dark
started on how disappointed
gray
I was in the
rocks
Gladius and
against
its handling
the
in atmosphere.
crimson of
Yeah, well, it's kind
soil
of
and
chunky.
grass.
It reminds me of
Yeah.
like
So here's a little
what was
happy
that fighter in
accident where we have
Vietnam
the
that the
volumetric
Americans
clouds,
used? That was just
Ooh,
like
that looks cool.
covering the
Oh wow,
terrain.
look at that.
And
Yeah,
because
I love the clouds.
height map the
You have
difference
4?
in height is so large.
Phantom?
We actually get like
yeah,
shapes
it's
of the
like it
terrain
was just as
over the
aerodynamic
volumetric
sideways almost
clouds.
as forwards.
Yeah, you can probably spot some of the tiling issues.
It was
that
like a
we have
block.
here, which is
Yeah,
something
the Phantom
that we
was
still
like a
need to look
dart.
at.
Maybe
But like
maybe
I
the
said
S3.
before, this is
I
still
forget.
work in
I'd have to look it up.
progress.
I remember the
this
pilots being
actually-
like, "Yeah, it was a piece of shit.
because
It
I
handled like
mentioned
shit."
biome diversity along the coasts before.
Oh, that was most
I
planes.
just wanted to highlight what one of the coast
Very
biomes on
muddy,
Pyro
muddy
4
coast.
looks like.
Yeah.
So this one is kind of this wet,
Very
sand,
northern California.
I
we
wish-
scattered
Hey
some of
guys, we
the
gotta grab a bottle and throw it in there.
seaweed,
We gotta start the.
some of these
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not dirty enough.
lava plates.
We need some
and
plastic
some
in
of
these
these
waters.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that'd be so
And then
cool
we
if with
also
like
get, like,
persistence
nice
Throw
we
some
made
turtles
this.
in there too, so
moving
people can
with
start bitching
the
about that
waves
too.
of the
It'd be
ocean.
cool if we could make
One
this like
interesting
Hurston and
thing
just
on
start
Pyro
piling
4
garbage
is
in
that
the
we
ocean
have
and you
a
see it like
massive
floating around on the server
crater
for like the
region.
whole time.
On other planets, we have
Forever. Till the
individual
next wipe.
craters
Oh,
which
is
are
this like a
along the
caldera?
Look
or
at
This
that.
looks
3 or
sick.
4 smaller craters
Yeah,
on one
that's
height
sick.
map, but this is actually
Those
multiple
craters
height
are
maps
Inside
huge.
of that-
one in the
one
middle.
large
Yeah,
crater,
inside of that like
and you can see it
yeah,
all the way
amazing.
That's
out
what I
into
love about their
space.
planets,
Like
man.
this whole region is one big crater, so it's a mix of like
I want to see in
global
between those two
displacement,
like mountains.
texture,
Like that's where I would have
and then
base set
Yeah.
up.
The
Yeah.
in
of the
between of those, yeah.
ecosystems,
A
spread
ring
crater
of
of
ballistas
crater.
around this crater too.
plus the volumetric clouds make it look really epic here. Now we've flown down to the surface of the crater. We wanted this to feel very
Oh,
spooky and grim.
I'm just
and
realizing
kind of
that
dark.
there probably
So we
won't
have
be a lot of
these,
jump points.
No.
dark fantasy.
No,
Nope,
very
that's
few.
Probably not.
Looking
And everything
trees,
has to be traversed manually.
which
Maybe
make it
OM
kind of
points.
creepy.
Probably.
I
Then
think
we
there
bring
might be,
some of the
like-
red grass back from
you don't
the
think there'll be
previous,
outpost jump points?
biome.
When
We
you're
go down
there?
to the
3,
surface of the
like
crater,
places like
you can see
Levski
that
and
we ended
stuff.
up this
But I
Yeah,
think
that's
on
what I
these
mean.
planets they're like
looking
unexplored.
tree-set,
Like
some
Pyro 1's
Yeah.
like a
tree
ball of nothing.
shapes, some
That's my guess.
moist,
I
Yeah.
think
looking ground cover
I've seen somewhere where they
essence,
want
and this whole area is
explorers to
supposed
be
to
able to
make it
make their
feel a bit
own points and
uneven.
then
Oh, that'd be
sell
sick.
jump
It's supposed
points.
to be
That'd be sick.
hostile,
Oh.
and it's not safe
Be able
without
to buy
your
star
suit
maps from
on.
other people.
So
Yeah,
cool
they'll
as
be able to
hell.
like go
the
and
Pyro
plot
planets,
points,
so
and then
let's
they
switch
could
it up
sell
and
that
look at
jump
one of
point
the
to
moons.
players, and then those players
Yeah.
could jump to that jump point.
Huh.
But I have
Oh,
a
we're getting
bad
more
feeling
5C.
people are gonna
This one is
They're gonna
Pyro
Also, some
5C.
They're
Similar
gonna
to Pyro
sell
4,
it,
you can see
and
that
then
it's
it's gonna
Okay.
be a trap.
landmark that
Ooh.
you can see from
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean that'd be a
in this
cool
case, it's
that'd be
not
a cool
crater,
loot too.
But it's like
Selling
like a
trap
long
locations.
streak of slick
I think it there's
obsidian.
just ballistas
So let's
and
fly
Yeah,
down
stuff.
to
nothing
the
but fire.
surface of
Ballista
the
corridor.
streak
Yeah.
and have a look what it looks like.
So maybe
From
this
up
is the one we have
close.
never seen anything of.
Again,
It
we
feels
start
crazy
with
looking.
like the global height map where
Looks a
there's-
little
there's
smaller,
like
too.
Yeah,
little
it's like
bit
a
of
moon.
bump up, and then it goes down to form the crack, and then we scatter the ecosystem height maps on top to get the look that we want. So if we go down here, you can see we start with like flatland shapes, some smaller craters, and then it transitions into like these
That looks
quite
cool.
spiky looking
Yeah.
mountain formations. And then down here, they feather into like these longer ridges of bedrock before it becomes smooth.
Am
down
I
here,
correct where Pyro 5
we
or
jump
whatever the last
this
planet is the
point,
only one with moons?
which is a really
The other
cool
ones don't
spot
have
because,
moons.
like, the sun just hits the
Oh,
obsidian
dude, that
right
looks
sick.
away, and everything is like nice and
Oh,
shiny.
dude, look at that.
Looks like volcanic
Well, it's like
glass.
obsidian.
That the
Yeah.
ground is
Yeah.
quite different from other planets. So instead of soil, it almost looks artificial in a way. Acid-wise, we're using one of our obsidian sets that you can also
Yeah.
find on Stanton 4. This
And that
one
looks good.
got a bit of an update, a bit of polish.
It's really
So
cool.
we improved the shapes, different textures, just to make it look extra cool.
Yeah, those are
Like the
neat.
way
Yeah.
the sunlight hits these surfaces.
You can see like the
To
grain.
make this area a bit more
Yeah.
interesting, we decided to add some of these white, light gray shrubs, just so the area doesn't feel too samey. And
Can't lie,
it's always
I'm-
nice to have like
I'm fucking so excited for Pyro,
pocket of
especially seeing how much of
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Like,
set the obsidian
These
biome
planets
apart
looking
from
so
the
good.
rest of the planet. We went with
This
the
looks sick.
opposite route for these biomes.
it's like
here.
a different
So
Dama.
instead of being
more
It's like
rocky.
Illyria
and
almost. to
Yeah.
me, too.
slick, they are more dry, covered in dry sand.
Excuse me.
The vegetation is dry. We added some of these spiky shapes to add some.
Oh yeah, no, this is like an
verticality
aerial
to
type
the
of
scattering.
amount of rock.
Yeah.
But yeah, outside the obsidian.
Don't
crack,
drive here.
Oh
this
yeah,
is
ground
what
view
you
is
will
gonna have a
find
fucking
on the planet most of the
time
time.
in there.
So this go-to point, I
Mules,
picked to
that's what you
show
need.
Some of the
Or
subtle
rock
color
DS.
that we added to Pyro 5C. So the obsidian crack is like
Oh, look at that skybox. It looks pretty good.
gray,
Yeah.
black.
Reminds you of like Skyrim,
The desert
Night
I
Sky.
just showed is also light gray. So we felt this needed a bit of a color breakup. So we added some of these red hues to the occasional biome. It's very rocky. You also find the red sand on the rocks.
That
from
hill in the
biome
background with the
accumulation.
the
And it
water
looks really nice
cuts
how-
going through it
how
looks
the
good.
red,
Mm-hmm.
creeps up into the crevices of the height maps in the background.
Pro 6. Okay, I thought
Ooh, still good.
maybe.
And
Oh
our
yeah, I
showcase
forgot.
today
Never
on
mind.
Pyro 6. Pyro 6 has a very interesting color palette. Like I really like
Very
the
moon-
yellows and
moony.
Yeah,
the
it's
pale,
like
Moony.
beige
Ida
tones
type
of
thing.
the terrain. And
That looks like a
then
lot of
you
water,
have
though.
another blue ocean.
Yeah.
As
Oh,
you
it is
can
an
see,
ocean, wow.
the terrain is
Like
kind
puddles.
of ridden by
It's
craters.
like the
And
idea
you
of
get
how
these
water got
really
on Earth,
cool
of like all the
shapes where
asteroids,
the ocean fills
all these
in
pot marks.
Yeah.
those craters. If we jump all the way down to
That
the
looks
edge
nice.
of one of
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
craters,
It's like luxury
The
almost.
water looks
edge
deep as
of
hell.
one of those
Looks
craters,
like it would be deep.
I'm jumping in game right
Yeah.
now just to show you what it feels like walking along here.
Imagine if you seen him go jump in the water and start
Yeah,
swimming
this
around.
is very.
Some
This is very unique looking.
dramatic
I like
Yeah.
this too.
looking,
They look like
coral
corals.
shapes.
Those like white
Maybe
things.
And
white box
eventually
corals,
Yeah, it's
maybe?
like this
down
whole bit was
here
underwater and
towards
then
Yeah.
it's
one
slowly
of those
drying up.
craters that's filled
Yeah.
with
Take a
water.
phoenix
We
here,
have
you
a
know,
couple of floating
constellation.
meshes
Okay, they're
here on the
floating.
left.
Those things to the
This
left.
is still work in progress.
And
Yeah,
space-
yeah, he
space
even
metal.
calls it out.
One of
That's what he's
us,
like, these things
probably
are work in
me, has to
progress.
go in and adjust the settings of the spawning.
That
here.
water looks deep. I don't know
Then we're
why.
right
It looks
at the
super deep.
edge.
Need to
Very
make a work in
emerald.
progress watermark.
color
Imagine
of
if you
the
seen him
water
start swimming and it's
and
like
how it
swimming
looks
confirmed.
against the backdrop
It's
of the
definitely
white
deep though. You can see.
rocky terrain.
deep.
Then over here,
Fishing
I want to
confirmed.
introduce you to
What?
our human scale ref mesh.
Okay, I was gonna
I
say
thought that was an alien.
Stone
That was an
Men.
alien?
Yeah.
And he's super helpful
Moon Knight?
when we set up object
Moon
pieces,
Knight, yeah.
because you can immediately see how the scale of assets feel.
Why do they make his
when you
balls so
have
big?
him in situation, like he adds context to the scene.
It says
He
hung like a
spawns
fucking donkey.
every time that object
Yeah.
preset spawns, and
He's a StarCitizen. He's hung.
yeah, he helps us find. the
Okay,
right
this all looks
values,
cool as hell.
when it comes to the scale of our assets. In general, this biome here is another good example of how our ground textures work together with the
Yeah.
It blended
assets that
very
we put
good.
on top. So the transition is really nice from this ground texture to this one.
know,
and then we have like the same.
What do you guys in chat? You guys
on
hyped
both
for
of
this? I'm
them.
not even gonna lie, I'm pretty hyped. So far these
And
planets
it
look
makes
amazing.
for, like,
They do
a
this
nice
so
amount of
well.
detail
Yeah,
on the
they
ground.
know how to put together a
And
planet.
occasionally
Dude, by the time they
spawn
get to
some of
Nyx, they're
these
just gonna be like
spider
Control C,
looking,
Control V.
um,
Yeah.
meshes. So this spot here is really nice because you get like the particles, the monochromatic terrain, the assets, and it's all against the backdrop
cool.
of the skybox of the Pyro system, which is red. Then we get like some really cool looking sunbeams coming through the volumetric clouds.
Yeah, it looks
here.
sick.
And then if I turn the sun and we make
Ah,
this
Yeah, the night skies look deadly.
dark, and I jump in game,
Oh yeah.
you can see
Oh.
It's
how
amazing.
drastically
Like the pulsating?
skybox
Yeah, from the
impacts
Starman.
lighting, when you're on the dark side of the planet, and the skybox is just. Yeah,
That's a
it's
neat lighting.
really
Like
Dude,
for
it
the
looks
dark side.
sick.
Look
the
at
skybox
that.
for the entire
Yeah.
Pyro system, so you will see it on every single Pyro planet. It's just that Pyro 6 has like a very thin atmosphere, so you see it well here.
Yeah, it looks so good. So they didn't show any of the moons really, I don't
I'm
think.
happy to have had this opportunity to show you guys the work that we did in the last 2 years. I'm super
And that's the
excited
Citizencon.
to see you
Yeah.
guys
Thanks
explore
for
the
coming.
Pyro
Please buy our
system for
ships.
the first time, to hear your feedback.
Fire shit.
See ya next
There's
year.
still
Plots
work
our
that we
land.
have to do, but I hope that you are even more excited than before after.
I'm
seeing what
excited. Not even gonna lie. I'm actually.
He looks so excited.
Fucking
I'm
hype.
so
Seeing
excited.
surfaces of those fucking.
Okay,
planets
this is a
got me hyped.
different one, is it? Or no, that's that storm that we've
Oh.
seen on Pyro 2. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Nice. Little cinematic
I like
video of
those
it.
crystals.
Okay, look at those little weird flowers.
That-
Yeah, that's cool.
man.
That's poppies. Space poppies.
Space poppies.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
We want every single fucking opioid we can get.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to grow some weed on there.
Dude, they showed weed. They just showed it.
Yeah,
Like,
we
there's
saw-
space
we saw
weed.
some space
Yeah.
buds.
We're gonna get some space
It's
buds?
straight colas. That's all it is. It's colas.
I just got home, so I'm sitting here watching your stream on YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty fucking hyped. I'm gonna be going back and watching this shit multiple times.
And these planets.